Hello class, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So students, welcome once again to your computer class. I, Anchal Singh, welcoming you all once again to your computer class. So class, in our last session, as you all know, that we have completed the chapter number 5, that is knowing Windows 7. So we have already completed the topic. Now in the today's session I am going to start with the back exercise from the chapter number 5. Okay, so I am just writing the topic here, that is chapter 5, knowing Windows 7. Knowing Windows 7. So we will start with it. Okay, so first of all, let's begin with the self-evaluation. So I'm starting with the self-evaluation. The first point is, I know that Windows 7 is an operating system developed by Microsoft. तो Windows 7 एक operating system है जो कि Microsoft ने develop किया है. So do you agree with the statement? Yes, we agree, because Microsoft is an operating system that was developed by Microsoft. Second is, I know that the most useful part of the desktop is the start button. तो किस okay, desktop का सबसे useful part कौन सा? That is the start button or the start menu. So from where you can open any file, any folder, any program as well. So definitely it's a useful part of the desktop. Third is, I know that start menu is used to access programs in the computer. So programs and computer को access करने के लिए, okay, so we need the start menu. Okay, so yes, we also agree with this. I know that the start menu is used to access programs and computer, and we agree. So this is agree. Okay, start menu के through we can access the programs and the computer settings. I know that every icon on the desktop represents different program. So जितने भी icons होते हैं desktop पे वो सब के सब एक अलग अलग program represent करते हैं. Yes, we agree with it, because every icon, जो भी icons you whatever whichever icon you are seeing on the desktop, that is representing some or the other program only. Next, okay, I know that booting is the process of starting and restarting a computer. Computer को start या restart करना, that is known as booting. This process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. So is it true? Yes, this is also true. The process of starting or restarting a computer is known as booting. Next, I know that the long bar at the bottom of the desktop is called taskbar. तो जो सबसे लंबी बार होती है डेस्कटॉप के सबसे नीचे, that is known as a taskbar. So and that is the longest bar on the computer on the desktop. Okay, and this is the taskbar. Agree? Next, I know that a rectangular area surrounded by a frame is called program window. So a rectangular area जिसके आसपास एक frame होता है, so whenever we open a program, so that is bordered by a rectangular area. So do you agree? Yes, we agree. चलिए, now let's begin with the exercise, that is tick the correct option. So now we will start with tick the correct answer. Let's begin with it. Tick the correct answer. Tick the correct answer. So the first one is, first is an operating system developed by Microsoft Corporation. So Microsoft Corporation ने जो एक operating system develop किया, what is the name of that operating system? The options are A, Windows, B, Ubuntu या जो भी है, C is Mac OS. So which of these is the operating system that is developed by Microsoft Corporation? That is Windows. Option number A, that is Windows. So Windows operating system is developed by Microsoft. that is developed by Microsoft. Next, the long bar at the bottom of the desktop is called, एक जो सबसे लंबी बार होती है डेस्कटॉप के बॉटम पे सबसे नीचे, so what we call it, so the long bar at the bottom of the desktop is called taskbar, that is known as taskbar. Okay, so that is the last bar जहाँ पे बहुत सारे आइकन्स होते हैं ओपन वाले, और time and date and the music, the connectivity is also there. Okay, so all these icons are represented by the taskbar. So the long bar on the bottom of the desktop is taskbar, that is taskbar. Third one, the third is a menu that provides quick access to all the software programs. Okay, so suppose you want to access all the program, you want to access the various things on a program, so which menu you are going to click? So it will be a start menu or file menu or the network. Okay, so menu provided quick access to all the software programs, that is known as file menu. Okay, you can access all the, okay, so that is not file, so that is start menu. So start menu provides you quick access to all the software programs. So which menu provides you access to all the software programs? That is start menu. That is option number A. That is start menu. So start menu provides you the access to all these software programs. Next is the fourth one. The process of starting or restarting a computer is called. So हम कंप्यूटर को start या restart करते हैं, so what we call that process? So the process of starting or restarting a computer is called booting. That is known as booting. The process of starting or restarting a computer is called booting. That is option number A. That is booting. So हम कंप्यूटर को जब स्टार्ट एंड रीस्टार्ट करते हैं, we call it as booting. The process of starting and restarting a computer is called booting. So this is the answer for the MCQs. So tick the correct option. So you can pause it here and note it down in your notebooks. Okay, moving next to the fill-ups, that is fill in the blanks. Let's move to the fill-ups and the fill in the blanks. The B is fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. So the first one is a dash is a rectangular area surrounded by a frame. तो देखिए अभी हमने जब when we were doing this self-evaluation, so at that time I have told you a rectangular area that is surrounded by a frame is called program window. Okay, so program window is a rectangular area surrounded by a frame. So write down the answer for the first one, that is program window. Okay, so program window is a rectangular area surrounded by a frame. Second one, on the left corner of the taskbar there is a dash. तो बिल्कुल taskbar का जो बिल्कुल left corner है वहाँ पे you can see an icon. So what is that icon? So the last icon that you can see on the left hand side of a taskbar, that is start menu. That is start menu. Okay, that is start menu. तो देखिए जो बिल्कुल लेफ्ट कॉर्नर होता है टास्क बार का, ओके, so उसमें वो कौन सा मेन्यू होता है? दैट इज स्टार्ट मेन्यू. ओके, next to the third blank. So the third one is dash menu provides quick access to all the software programs. So which menu is used for accessing the software programs quickly? So the answer for the third blank is that is start menu. So you can access any program very easily and very quickly through the start menu options that is available in your quick access. Okay, so that is in quick access from your start menu. So the answer for the third one is, so the second one is, that is start menu. Okay, so we can easily access it. So the answer for the second and the third, fourth is start menu. Moving to the fourth one, an icon is opened by dash of a mouse. Suppose there are, okay, so you can see certain icons on the desktop of a on the desktop of your computer or your desktop. So that that icons that you see on the screen of your desktop or the laptop. So how you can open it? So either you can click on the right, you can make a right click and then you have to click on the open and then your document will open or your file will be opened. Okay, or other option is you have to make a double click, double right click, okay, with your mouse, and then you can easily open a program or an icon, whatever is given on the screen. Clear? So here the blank is given, any icon is opened by dash of a mouse. So you can open a program or an icon by double click, by double click, by double click of a mouse. So you can open any program, any file, any folder, okay, so with the double click of your mouse. Moving next to the fifth one, dash displays a button for each open window on your screen. So whenever we open a window, okay, so whenever, as I have shown you during the online class as well, so I have shown in the practical as well, okay, so when we were discussing the chapter, so at that time I have shown you that whenever you open a program, so whether it can be any kind of a program, it can be a file, it can be a document, it can be a text document, or it can be any picture or anything, or a software maybe. Okay, so whenever you open any kind of window on your screen, so it will display a button on the taskbar. So taskbar is the bottom bar of your, that you can see on your screen. So taskbar is the bottom bar that you can see on the screen. So dash displays a button for each open window on your screen, that is taskbar. The fifth one is taskbar. The fifth is taskbar. Okay, moving next to the sixth one. The sixth is the process of dash and dash a computer is known as. So whenever we start and restart a computer, so that process is known as booting. So whenever we start or restart a program or a computer, that is known as booting. The process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. The process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. So the answer for the sixth one is, okay, in the first there are two blanks in the sixth. So write down starting, STARTING, that is starting. Second is restarting. The second is restarting. So the process of starting and restarting, the process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. Is known as booting. Clear? So these are the answers for the fill-ups that is given in the book. So the first is program window. Okay, so I have a little bit doubt for the third one. So that I will clear later on. Okay, so I have a little bit of doubt about this. So that we will clear. Maybe it's a start menu, maybe it's a file menu. So let's see, okay, later on. So the answer for the blanks is here. The first is the program window, second is the start menu, third is again the start menu, the fourth is the double click of a mouse. So fifth is the taskbar and the sixth is starting and restarting. So you can pause your videos here and note it down in your notebooks. Okay. Now we are moving to the next part of our exercise, that is true false. Now we are moving to the true false. Okay. So the next is write T for true and F for false statement. C is true or false. So we have to write whether the given statement is true or is it false. So the first is Windows 7 is an operating system developed by IBM. The first is Windows 7 is an operating Windows 7 is an operating system. Windows 7 is an operating system developed by IBM. So Windows 7 operating system is developed by IBM. Is it true or false? This is false. Why? What is the reason? Because Windows 7 operating system is developed by Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft has developed this Windows operating system. Okay, it is not developed by IBM, it is developed by Microsoft. Second one, the process of starting or restarting a computer is known as booting. Okay, so when we start a computer or we restart a computer, so what we call that process? So that process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. So is it true or false? This is true. So देखिए, the process of starting or restarting, the process of starting or restarting a computer, the process of starting or restarting a computer is known as booting. So is it true? Yes, this is true. So starting and restarting process को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Booting. This is completely true. This is true. Third one. The small arrow present on the desktop is called mouse pointer. So the small arrow that you can see moving, okay, so small एक pointer that you can see always moving on the desktop screen, so that is known as mouse pointer. उसको mouse pointer बोलते हैं. Is it true? Yes. So the small arrow present on the desktop is called mouse pointer. That is true. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Mouse pointer or cursor. Okay. So the small arrow, the small arrow present on the desktop, okay, so the small arrow present on the desktop is called mouse pointer, okay, so the small arrow present on the desktop, is called mouse pointer, Is Is it true? Yes, this is true. This statement is true. So the arrow that you see on the screen, that is a mouse pointer. This is true. So this is the answer for the first three. The first is false, second is true, third is also true. Moving next to the fourth one. So we are moving to the fourth one. So the fourth is the taskbar is located at the top of the desktop. So taskbar सबसे desktop के सबसे ऊपर दिखती है. So is it true? No. So taskbar is present on the bottom of the desktop. Okay, so this is false. So fourth is the taskbar is located. The taskbar is located. The taskbar is located at the bottom of at the top of the desktop. At the top of the desktop. DESKTOP. So जो टास्क बार है वो डेस्कटॉप के सबसे ऊपर दिखती है. नो, दिस इज फॉल्स. इट इज लोकेटेड ऑन द बॉटम. सो दिस इज false. This is false. Next, moving next to the fifth one. Maximize button is used to close all the windows. So we use maximize button to close all the windows. So is it true? No. We use maximize button to maximize the size of Windows program. Okay, so maximize button is used to close all the windows. That is completely false because it is used to maximize the size of the window program. So this is also false. Write down maximize button is used. Maximize button is used to maximize button is used to close all the windows. Is used to close all the windows. Maximize button is used to close all the windows. This is false because it is used to enlarge the size of the window program. This is false. Moving next to the sixth one. You can explore the start menu through start button. So we can explore the start menu through the start button. So is it true? Yes, definitely we can explore the start menu through the start button. That is true. So it is given you can explore the start menu, the start menu. You can explore the start menu through start button. Through start button. Through start button. So is it true? Yes, this is true. TRUE, true. So we can explore the start menu through the start button. This is true. Okay. So write it down in your books. Fourth is false, fifth is false, and sixth is true. Next, now we have done true false as well. The next part from the exercise is definitions. So now we have to define some given terms. Okay, the first term is booting. The next is define. So first of all, we have to define the first one, that is booting. So now what is booting? So when we start and restart a computer, that process is known as booting. So here we will write the process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. Write down. So the process of starting or restarting a computer or restarting the process of starting or restarting a computer, the process of starting or restarting a computer is known as booting. Is known as booting. The process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. So this is true. This is, sorry, not true, this is booting. So this process of starting and restarting a computer is known as booting. Second, desktop. The second term we have to define, that is desktop. Now what is desktop? So the work area where we can work on or we can open the window program. Okay, so that is known as desktop. Okay, so the next is, what is desktop? So work area where we can work with our programs and documents, that is known as desktop. Write down. Okay, the work area on Windows 7 where we can work, the work area on Windows 7 where we can work with our programs and softwares. Programs and softwares is called desktop. So the work area on the Windows 7 where we can work with our programs and the softwares, that is known as desktop. Okay. Okay, so this is desktop. Okay, so the third is program window. So what is program window? Okay, so if we have time, so we can write that one. Third is program window. So first of all, write these two, then I will move to the third one. So the third, okay, you can pause it here and note it down in your notebooks. Third is program window. The third is program window. Program window. Now what is program window? A rectangular area on the desktop surrounded by a frame. Okay, a program window. A program window is a rectangular area on the desktop surrounded on the desktop surrounded surrounded, okay, on the desktop surrounded by a frame okay, a program window is a rectangular area on the desktop surrounded by a frame, okay, that is known as program window. So that's it, surrounded by a frame. So a program window is a rectangular area on the desktop surrounded by a frame. Clear? So this is the definition of these three. Chaliye. So you can pause it here and note it down in your notebooks. And with this, I'm just ending the session here only, class. So I'll see you again very soon in the next session. So till then, everybody, have a great day.